Did you know that the average person makes about 35,000 remotely conscious decisions each day? Now consider this. Every one of those decisions shapes our reality, molds our future, and defines our path. Yet, so often, we drift through these choices unaware, unbothered, or overwhelmed by the sheer volume. Today, we're going to change that. We're diving deep into the world of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that teaches the art of conscious decision-making, focusing on what truly matters while maintaining inner peace amidst chaos. Stoicism isn't just for the philosophers of ancient Athens. It's for you, in the here and now. It's for anyone who feels bogged down by life's endless options or suffocated by the weight of daily stresses. Whether you're a student, a professional, or at a crossroads in life, understanding Stoic principles can transform the way you tackle your day and ultimately how you lead your life. If this sounds like the fresh perspective you've been searching for, then you're in the right place. I invite you to subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video with anyone who's on a journey of personal growth and seeking philosophical depth. Stick around till the end, because even if you're a skeptic, what we're about to explore may challenge your assumptions and enlighten your approach to life's complexities. Number 1. Embrace single-minded focus. Stoicism teaches us that by narrowing our attention to a single goal, we're not just simplifying our lives, we're amplifying our effectiveness. Marcus Aurelius advised us to do less, better. He wasn't advocating for laziness, rather he was highlighting the efficiency of a focused effort. When we scatter our energies, we dilute our efforts across multiple fronts. But when we channel them into one pivotal goal, we harness the full potential of our intellectual and emotional stamina. Now, applying this to your own life doesn't mean shunning all your interests or responsibilities. It means identifying that one big goal that truly aligns with your values, that fires you up more than anything else. Maybe it's starting your own business, writing a novel, or achieving a personal transformation. Whatever it is, define it clearly. Make it as specific as possible. And here's a Stoic tip: write it down. Keep it somewhere you can see every day, because in Stoicism, constant reminder, what they call premeditation, is key to internalization. Then, start aligning your daily actions with this goal. Every choice you make, every task you undertake, ask yourself, is this moving me closer to my goal? It's about making conscious choices that propel you towards what you truly want, not just what feels urgent or easy at the moment. And remember, progress isn't always linear. There will be setbacks and diversions, but with a single-minded focus, you can navigate through these with clarity and return to your path more quickly. This focused approach is about quality over quantity, depth over breadth. It's about doing one thing so well that it elevates your entire life's trajectory. So ask yourself, what is that one thing for you? And are you ready to commit to it with the full force of your being? Number 2. Find your philosophical anchor. Think of your life as a ship on the vast ocean of existence. Storms will hit, waves will crash, and winds will change direction. Without a reliable anchor, it's easy to drift off course or even capsize. But with a strong philosophical anchor, like Stoicism, you can weather any storm and stay true to your course. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, our actions, our responses, and let go of what we can't control. This principle alone can transform the way you handle every challenge you face. Now, how do you find this anchor? Start by exploring. Read the texts of great Stoic thinkers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. Their writings are not just philosophical musings, but practical guides. They talk about dealing with anger, coping with loss, handling success, and living a life of virtue. But finding your philosophical anchor isn't just about reading, it's about reflection and application. As you delve into these teachings, start asking yourself how these ideas apply to your life. Can you see where perhaps your reactions have led you astray? Where your desire for control over the uncontrollable has caused you unnecessary distress? Engage with these teachings daily. Make it a habit to reflect on a Stoic quote every morning or journal about a Stoic concept each night. This isn't just about intellectual understanding, it's about emotional resonance. What principles genuinely resonate with you? Which ideas make you feel more grounded, more centered, more resilient? And remember, your philosophical anchor is personal. It's what holds you steady, keeps you calm in the storm, and provides a constant direction amidst life's chaos. It could be one clear tenet, like amor fati, the love of fate, embracing everything that happens, or it could be a broader embrace of Stoic resilience. Whatever it is, make it yours. Let it guide you, strengthen you, and keep you steadfast on your journey. By anchoring yourself in a philosophy like Stoicism, you equip yourself with timeless tools for modern challenges, ensuring that no matter how rough the seas, you can navigate your way to a life of purpose and peace. Number 3. Double your efforts. Multiply your outcomes. The Stoics believed in the power of discipline and the concept that our actions today significantly shape our future. When you double your efforts, you're not just doing more, you're also creating a stronger foundation for future success. This doesn't mean working yourself to the bone on every task. It means strategically increasing your effort where it counts the most. Imagine you're learning a new language. If you study for 1 hour a day, you make steady progress. Now, if you double that to 2 hours, the progress isn't just doubled, it's exponentially increased because the extra time allows you to deepen your understanding, retain more information, and practice more. This principle applies across all areas of life. Whether it's a project at work, a personal goal, or even fitness, when you intensify your efforts, the results aren't linear, they leap forward. But here's where Stoic wisdom really comes into play. Doubling your effort must be done with mindfulness and resilience. Stoicism teaches us not to be perturbed by the intensity of effort, but to embrace it with a calm mind. It tells us to be persistent, to keep pushing, not out of frustration or desperation, but from a place of focused tranquility. It's about embracing the journey as much as the outcome, knowing that the extra effort is not just about achieving more, but also about becoming more disciplined, more skilled, more resilient. Now consider this. What areas of your life could truly transform if you applied double the effort? Identify these and then commit to that increased effort with a Stoic mindset. Expect challenges, prepare for them, and meet them with a steadfast spirit. Remember, every additional ounce of effort adds a pound to your success. This isn't just about working harder, it's about working smarter, with more heart, more dedication, and a clear focus guided by Stoic endurance and clarity. By applying this intensified effort strategically, you leverage your time and energy as investments into your future, building a momentum that's hard to stop. So take a moment to think about where you can apply this strategy. Where can doubling your effort change the game for you? Embrace the challenge and watch as your results don't just improve, but multiply. Number 4, visualize the path and the perils. Imagine you're working towards a significant promotion at work. Visualize not just the moment you achieve it, but also the long hours, the challenging projects, and the potential setbacks like disagreements with colleagues or personal doubts. By mentally walking through these scenarios, you arm yourself with resilience and fortitude. You become less likely to be derailed by these hardships because you've already faced them in your mind. But the visualization doesn't stop at the hurdles. It's equally important to vividly imagine reaching your goal. See yourself handling tough situations with wisdom and composure, inspired by Stoic teachings. Picture the final outcome and the satisfaction that comes with it. This positive visualization serves as a powerful motivator, keeping you driven and focused. Stoicism teaches us to balance our view of the future by anticipating difficulties while also being confident in our ability to handle them. This dual approach not only prepares us for the worst, but also inspires us to push through to the best outcomes. Here's how you can start. Take a quiet moment each day to visualize your major goals. Reflect on the potential challenges and visualize yourself overcoming them with calm and strategic action, just as a Stoic would. Then, shift your focus to the success awaiting you, the feeling of achievement, and the impact of your efforts. This practice will strengthen your resolve and clarify your path, making you not just a dreamer, but a doer who's fully prepared for what lies ahead. Remember, visualizing the path and the perils is about creating a comprehensive mental map of your journey towards any goal. It's about foreseeing and forestalling, equipping yourself mentally for the highs and the lows. By incorporating this into your daily routine, you harness the power of your mind to fortify your actions, paving the way for a more deliberate and resilient pursuit of your objectives. Number 5. Plan the day before it starts. Why is planning so crucial, especially from a Stoic perspective? Stoicism isn't just about reacting with equanimity to whatever life throws at you, it's also about proactive preparation. The Stoics emphasize the importance of living intentionally and not leaving your day to chance or external whims. By planning your day the night before, you set the stage for purposeful actions and avoid being swept away by the randomness of daily demands. Here's how you do it. Each evening, take a few minutes to think about what the next day holds. What are the must-do tasks? What are your top priorities that align with your larger goals? Write these down. This act of writing not only serves as a commitment device, but also clarifies your thoughts. It shifts your objectives from vague notions to concrete goals. But planning isn't just about listing tasks. It's also about anticipating potential disruptions and deciding in advance how you'll handle them. This is the Stoic practice of rehearsing possible obstacles, akin to the visualization we discussed earlier. Perhaps you have a challenging meeting scheduled or a difficult project milestone. Plan your approach, your mindset, and your response in advance. What principles will guide your actions? How will you ensure that you remain steadfast and focused, no matter the pressures of the day? Then, consider the layout of your day. Stoicism teaches us about the economy of effort, doing the most important things at the most suitable times. Are you a morning person? Tackle your most demanding tasks when your energy is highest. By scheduling your day according to your natural rhythms and sticking to the plan, you exercise a form of self-respect and self-awareness that is deeply Stoic. Also, integrate moments for reflection in your daily plan. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius committed themselves to regular self-examination, which they did through writing in journals. This can be a moment early in the morning or right before bed. Use this time to reflect on your progress, reassess your goals, and realign your actions. Number 6. Cultivate an action bias. This means developing a habit of doing rather than overthinking or endlessly planning without execution. The Stoics were practical philosophers who deeply valued the virtue of action. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." This directive is clear. Embody your principles through actions. Now, how do you develop this bias for action? Start by recognizing moments when you're hesitating or procrastinating. Ask yourself, what's holding me back? Often, it's fear of failure, perfectionism, or perhaps a lack of clarity. Once you identify these barriers, confront them with Stoic wisdom. Remember, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our efforts and responses. You can't always control outcomes, but you can always control your decision to act. Begin by setting small, actionable goals each day. These shouldn't just be any tasks, but ones that significantly move you toward your bigger goals. And here's a Stoic tip: make these actions habitual. Stoicism isn't just about grand acts. It's about the virtue found in consistent, small actions. Daily practices build character and resilience, preparing you for larger challenges. Also, embrace the concept of memento agere, remember to act. Keep this phrase as a mantra when you feel indecisive or lethargic. Let it remind you that action is always within your control, and it's often the only way forward. This doesn't mean rushing into decisions without thought, but rather not allowing overthinking to paralyze you. Moreover, develop a sense of urgency. The Stoics were acutely aware of the brevity of life, which they captured in the phrase memento mori, remember you must die. This recognition of life's finite nature should not be morbid, but motivating. Each moment you delay is a moment you don't get back. Therefore, act as if your time is precious, because it is. Number 7. Stay in your own lane. Stoicism teaches us that peace comes from within, from understanding and controlling our own actions and responses, not from external validations or comparisons. Marcus Aurelius wrote extensively about keeping your focus on your own work, improving your own life, and not being distracted by the perceived success or behavior of others. He urged us to work at living in harmony with ourselves, treating each day as a precious gift to be used for advancing our virtues. So, how do you stay in your own lane effectively? First, it involves a deep understanding of your values, your goals, and your definition of success. What are you working towards? What do you value most in life? By having clear answers to these questions, you can align your daily actions and long-term plans accordingly. This clarity makes it easier to resist the urge to veer off into someone else's lane because their journey looks more appealing or seems more successful at a glance. Next, cultivate self-awareness. This is a core Stoic practice. Be mindful of when you find yourself comparing your progress to others or feeling envious of someone else's achievements. These moments are opportunities to reflect on your own path and reaffirm your commitment to it. Remember, every individual's life has its unique challenges and triumphs, many of which are invisible to an outside observer. By focusing on your own challenges and triumphs, you maintain the momentum necessary for personal growth. Additionally, practice gratitude for where you are and what you have achieved. Gratitude is a powerful Stoic tool for maintaining contentment and perspective. It anchors us in the present and helps us appreciate our own journey without feeling lacking compared to others. Regularly reflecting on what you are thankful for in your own life keeps envy and dissatisfaction at bay. Moreover, use your energy to compete against yourself, not others. Strive to be better than you were yesterday, last month, or last year. This self-referential benchmarking is not only more practical, but also more psychologically rewarding. It keeps you motivated and focused on continuous self-improvement, which is the essence of a Stoic life. Number 8. Commit fully to your projects. In Stoicism, commitment is not just about the effort you put in, it's also about aligning your actions with your ethical values and your rational understanding of the world. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, often spoke about the significance of commitment in terms of agreement to a role or task. He suggested that once we decide to take on a role, whether as a student, a leader, or a craftsman, we should perform its duties to the best of our abilities. So why is full commitment crucial, and how can we apply this in a practical sense? Firstly, when you commit fully to a project, you give it all the necessary resources, time, energy, and focus. This concentration not only increases your chances of success, but also deepens your engagement with the task, which in itself is a fulfilling experience. The process of deeply engaging with your work can teach you about your strengths, your weaknesses, and your capacity for growth. Here's how to start. Before you commit to a new project, take a moment to seriously consider whether it aligns with your larger goals and values. Stoics advocate for deliberation before action, ensuring that what you're committing to genuinely matters to you. Once you decide to proceed, eliminate distractions. Create an environment where you can flourish in your work. This might mean setting boundaries, optimizing your workspace, or even defining specific times dedicated solely to this project. Another Stoic practice to enhance commitment is to reflect on the impermanence of opportunities. Marcus Aurelius advised that we should act as if each day were the last, not in a rush of fear, but with the purpose to make the most of the time we have. This sense of urgency can fuel your commitment, pushing you to make meaningful progress. It's also essential to monitor your progress and reassess your commitment regularly. Are you still on track? Are the methods you're using effective? Stoicism teaches us the virtue of adaptability. Being committed doesn't mean being inflexible. If something isn't working, be ready to adjust your approach while keeping your end goal in sight. Celebrate the small victories along the way. Commitment can be demanding, and it's important to recognize and reward yourself for the milestones you achieve. This not only boosts morale, but reinforces your commitment, renewing your energy for the next phases of your project. Number 9. Purge unnecessary distractions. Distractions come in many forms, from the constant pings of social media notifications to the clutter in our physical and digital workspaces, and even the mental clutter of holding on to past grievances or future anxieties. The Stoic approach to dealing with these distractions is not merely about avoidance. It's about creating a life that is so filled with purpose and reasoned action that there is simply no room for what does not matter. How do we start purging these unnecessary distractions? Begin by identifying them. Spend a day or even a week really noticing what takes your time but doesn't add value to your life or bring you joy. This could be mindless scrolling through social media, pointless gossip, or redundant meetings that could be emails. Once identified, start the process of elimination by setting strict boundaries or rules for engagement. For instance, you might decide to check social media only once a day, or turn off notifications during work hours. A Stoic would suggest practicing self-control and discipline as you implement these boundaries. It's about exercising your ability to say no to the impulses that lead you away from your chosen path. Remember, every moment spent on a distraction is a moment stolen from your true goals. Moreover, purging distractions also means simplifying your life. This could involve decluttering your workspace to create a more focused environment, or streamlining your daily routines to reduce decision fatigue. Stoicism teaches us to love simplicity because it frees us from the unnecessary stresses that complicate our lives. Another effective Stoic practice is the periodic reflection on the impermanence of life, a practice known as memento mori. Remember, you must die. This reflection is not intended to be morbid, but motivational. It's a reminder that our time is limited, so we should focus on what truly matters: our personal growth, our loved ones, our passions, and let go of the rest. Additionally, embrace the Stoic exercise of voluntary discomfort. Challenge yourself to live without certain comforts or distractions for a period. This not only reinforces your discipline, but also highlights how many of the things you might consider essential are actually dispensable. Number 10. Learn from those who've walked the path. Why learning from others is so crucial? Simply put, it accelerates our own journey towards wisdom and effectiveness. By studying the lives and teachings of those who have successfully navigated challenges similar to our own, we can avoid common pitfalls and apply proven strategies in our own lives. So, how do we effectively learn from the experienced? First, identify mentors or figures, both contemporary and historical, who resonate with your aspirations. These might be leaders in your field, authors of books that have touched you, or even characters from history whose lives represent the virtues you wish to embody. Once you've identified these figures, dive deep into their stories. Read their writings, study their decisions, and reflect on the principles that guided their lives. Stoicism teaches us the practice of turning knowledge into action. It's not enough to passively absorb information. You must actively integrate these lessons into your daily life. For example, if you admire how a mentor navigated a challenging career transition, analyze the steps they took, the mindset they adopted, and then map out how you can apply these insights to your own career challenges. Furthermore, engage with the communities that these figures belong to or have influenced. Many wisdom traditions, including Stoicism, thrive in community contexts where ideas are shared, debated, and lived out. Participating in forums, attending lectures, or joining local groups can provide you with a richer understanding and greater motivation. Another Stoic practice is the examination of opposites, studying not just successes, but also failures. Learn not only from what your predecessors did right, but also from what they did wrong. This balanced view helps you develop a more nuanced understanding and prepares you for the complexity of real-life situations. It's also vital to maintain humility throughout this process. Remember, the goal is not to mimic your role models, but to learn from their essence. Stoicism places great emphasis on the internal development of character and wisdom rather than external imitation. Therefore, adapt the lessons to your context, ensuring they align with your values and life circumstances. Number 11. Adjust your expectations. Often our disappointments stem not from our failures, but from mismatched expectations. When we expect things to go a certain way and they don't, we experience frustration, anger, or sadness. The Stoic approach teaches us to prepare for various outcomes and to find contentment regardless of the situation. This doesn't mean lowering your standards or not caring about results, but rather preparing yourself for any reality and focusing on maintaining your virtue in every scenario. So, how can we effectively adjust our expectations? Start by clearly identifying what aspects of your goals are within your control. You can control the effort you put in, the methods you choose, and your response to challenges. However, you cannot control the outcomes, the reactions of others, or unforeseen circumstances. Once you distinguish these, commit your energy to improving what is under your control and detach from the anxiety over what is not. Another Stoic method is the practice of envisioning different outcomes, including negative ones. This is known as premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. For example, if you're working on a project, imagine both the success and the possibility of it not being received as well as you hope. How would you handle both situations? What would you learn? How would you proceed? By mentally rehearsing these scenarios, you build emotional resilience and flexibility. Moreover, adjust your expectations in your daily routines. When planning your day, while it's good to be optimistic, also be realistic about what can actually be achieved. This balances your drive for productivity with the acceptance of life's unpredictability, a key Stoic balance. It's also important to keep reflecting on and adjusting your expectations as you gain more information and experience. This continuous recalibration not only keeps your plans realistic, but also keeps you mentally prepared for any changes. This adaptability is celebrated in Stoicism, seen as essential for maintaining equanimity. Number 12. Build and optimize your systems. Why is building and optimizing systems so essential? Stoic philosophy teaches us to create order out of chaos, to bring reason to our daily tasks, and to align our actions with our deeper values. By establishing strong systems, we reduce the need for constant decisions and the fatigue that comes with them. Systems allow us to channel our energy towards higher pursuits, like personal growth and the betterment of society. So how do we go about building these systems? Start with your daily routines. Assess the tasks that take up your time and energy. What can be automated? What can be simplified? For instance, if you spend a lot of time managing emails, could you create a system of filters and labels that makes the process more efficient? If you're constantly distracted by decision-making, can you establish a routine that prioritizes your tasks before the day begins? After setting up these systems, the next step is optimization. This is a continuous process. It requires you to regularly review how the systems are working and make adjustments as needed. The Stoics were advocates for self-examination and adaptation, suggesting that as we grow and our circumstances change, so too should our methods. One practical approach to optimization is the feedback loop. Implement a system, then monitor the results and gather feedback, either from yourself or others involved. Are the systems providing the expected benefits? Are there bottlenecks or new challenges that have arisen? Use this feedback to tweak and improve the system. Remember, the goal is not to set up perfect systems initially, but to evolve them over time. It's also vital to focus on the scalability of your systems. As your responsibilities or goals grow, can your systems handle increased demands? A good system is not just effective, it's also resilient and adaptable. For example, if you manage a team, are your communication channels effective only for the current team size, or are they scalable for future growth? Finally, incorporate Stoic virtues into your systems. Let wisdom guide the design of your systems, ensuring they are thoughtful and geared towards true needs. Let justice inform their implementation, ensuring they serve not just your good, but the common good. Let courage drive you to implement systems that may initially seem challenging, but have long-term benefits. And let temperance show in the balance of your systems, ensuring they provide structure without stifling creativity and flexibility. Number 13. Delegate wisely. Delegation is not just about offloading tasks. It's about recognizing that your time has limits and your abilities have bounds. Stoics teach us the importance of understanding our capabilities and limits. By delegating tasks that others can perform equally well or better, you free up your own resources to focus on areas where you can make the most impact. So, how do you delegate wisely? Start by assessing your tasks and identifying which ones require your unique skills and which can be handled by others. This might require some upfront investment in training or mentoring, but the payoff in terms of freed up time and increased overall productivity can be substantial. However, Stoicism also teaches us about the importance of doing things with intention. When you delegate, do it with the intention of not only lightening your load, but also fostering growth and responsibility in others. This means choosing the right person for the task, one who can either already do it well or who will benefit from the learning opportunity. Furthermore, wise delegation involves clear communication. You need to convey your expectations, the scope of the task, and the standards to which the work should be performed. This not only ensures that the job is done well, but also respects the autonomy and capability of the person taking on the responsibility. It's also important to monitor and provide feedback. Stoicism doesn't advocate for detachment from the tasks you delegate. Instead, it suggests a rational engagement where you provide feedback and guidance, ensuring the delegated tasks serve the larger goals efficiently. And remember, delegation is not just a task management strategy, it's a trust-building exercise. By delegating wisely, you are showing trust in your team's abilities, which can boost morale and foster a more collaborative and motivated environment. This not only enhances productivity, but also builds a more resilient and adaptable team. Lastly, reflect on the outcomes of delegation, both the successes and the areas for improvement. This reflection will help you hone your delegation skills over time, making you a more effective leader and a more balanced Stoic, harmonizing the wise oversight of tasks with the practical necessity of managing your finite resources effectively. Number 14. Surround yourself with excellence. Seneca advised, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you." This guidance holds true today and highlights the importance of being selective about our associations. Surrounding yourself with excellence means actively choosing to spend time with individuals who embody the virtues and achievements you aspire to. This isn't about seeking perfection in others, but rather about finding those who strive for personal growth, excellence, integrity, and perhaps most importantly, wisdom. So, how do we practically surround ourselves with excellence? First, identify the qualities you value most. Do you admire resilience, creativity, ethical behavior, or a particular skill set? Once you've pinpointed these qualities, seek out individuals who exhibit them. This could be through professional networks, mentorship programs, clubs, or online communities dedicated to your areas of interest. Next, engage actively with these communities. Participation could range from attending meetings, contributing to discussions, or collaborating on projects. Each interaction is an opportunity to learn and absorb from those you admire. Remember, it's not just about observing, it's about engaging in meaningful ways that foster your own growth. Moreover, consider the broader influences in your life, such as the books you read, the media you consume, and the conversations you engage in. Make a conscious choice to feed your mind with content that is enriching and uplifting. For instance, reading biographies of great leaders or listening to podcasts that focus on personal development can also help you surround yourself with excellence in a broader sense. In addition, fostering relationships with individuals who challenge you can accelerate your personal and professional growth. These relationships often push us out of our comfort zones, prompting us to question our perspectives and strive for better. This can be uncomfortable, but as Stoicism teaches, discomfort is often a precursor to growth. It's also vital to reciprocate in these relationships. Stoicism teaches the importance of mutual support and the development of community. Strive to offer the same level of excellence and support to others that you seek from them. This not only strengthens your relationships, but also reinforces your own commitment to personal excellence. Reflect regularly on the influence your social circle has on you. Are you more motivated, more focused, more ethical? If the influence is positive, continue to nurture these relationships. If not, it may be time to seek out new connections that align better with your values and aspirations. Number 15. Flow with the current. Life is full of unexpected events, changes, and challenges. Attempting to resist or control everything is not only futile, but can lead to significant distress and frustration. Instead, Stoicism encourages us to align ourselves with the reality of our situations, adapting and responding with rationality and resilience. So, how do we practically flow with the current? Start by practicing acceptance daily. When faced with a situation that you cannot change, instead of reacting with resistance, pause and remind yourself of the Stoic dichotomy of control. Some things are up to us and others are not. Focus your energy on your responses, which are within your control, rather than the situation itself. Next, cultivate flexibility in your plans and expectations. While it's important to have goals and strategies, be prepared to adjust them as circumstances evolve. This flexibility allows you to remain effective and purposeful, even when external conditions change unexpectedly. For instance, if a project you're working on takes an unexpected turn, instead of lamenting the change, explore the new opportunities it might present. Another key aspect of flowing with the current is to develop resilience. Stoicism doesn't just teach passive acceptance, but active adaptation. Strengthen your resilience by regularly exposing yourself to minor stresses and challenges, and practice responding to them with calm and reason. This builds your capacity to handle larger life currents when they arise. It's also useful to adopt a mindset of curiosity and openness. View changes and challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, rather than obstacles. This shift in perspective can transform your experience of events, turning what might be a negative experience into a valuable one. Moreover, engage in regular reflection and meditation. Reflect on instances where you successfully flowed with the current, as well as times when you resisted and faced difficulties. Use these reflections to reinforce the benefits of acceptance and the practical applications of Stoic teachings in your life. Finally, maintain a supportive community that embraces similar values. Sharing your experiences with others who practice Stoic principles can provide both support and inspiration. It can also offer practical advice on how to flow more effectively with the currents of life. And there you have it, a journey through 15 powerful strategies, each offering a unique insight into living a more stoic and fulfilling life. Remember, it's not about perfection, but progress, embracing each day with intention and wisdom. Thank you for joining us today at Stoic Journal. Don't forget to check out one of the suggested videos on your screen to continue your journey towards personal growth and understanding. We appreciate you being here, learning and growing with us. Until next time, keep embracing the wisdom of the Stoics in your daily life.